When the moon is in Aries, expect to feel some passionate feelings or to be the receiver of some passionate feelings. Aries is a fire sign. Aries is ruled by Mars. So I kind of think of it as like a fire. Imagine your feelings being a fire. Whatever you feel flares up the fire. Like your feelings just feel so strong. Every feeling you feel it so strongly. Happiness feels like the fire is like flamed up and you just feel it so intensely. Sadness, you feel it so intensely. And I don't want to say intense because intense is more Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Mars traditionally. So it's like a water fire. So it's more internal fire, deep internal. With Aries is more external fire, external passion. You are going to feel what an Aries is feeling, kind of thing. So yeah, you just feel everything so passionately. You also have this like childlike energy to just like go after everything that you want. This is the whole like Aries is really good at like starting things because it has that like that drive, and that also that feeling of passion mixed with that drive makes you want to go after, and it makes you excited for like, ooh, new things. It's like a kid in the candy store, like you want to do it all. You just have a childlike energy. You have that passion, you have that drive, but also Mars represents, it can have to do with like anger. So if you experience some anger within, some outbursts, some people like frustration that also feels passionate, because really, once again, like the feelings during moon and Aries, you're gonna feel everything on a like passionately, and it may become like, it may be a burst, an outburst, or it may you just may feel hot. I know as a moon in Aries, whenever I feel things, I just feel like it's just like the feelings are just bursting from within me. And but it's like the joy is just the best feeling, and I just want to run around and jump around and twirl and play and dance and just be crazy and free. And then when I'm angry, it's just, ooh, like my heart starts beating fast. I feel hot. I feel like explosive in a sense. And sometimes I am explosive, outwardly. A thing that could help during with these like passionate emotions, when we think about this, the passionate emotions being like a fire, the more feelings you feel, the bigger the fire becomes. So and fire is good. Fire is what gets, like, imagine somebody lighting a match under your butt, like that's the saying for like getting you going. Like that's Aries energy. But sometimes it could be too much, and you can feel things too much, and it can like, what started off as a little tiny fire is now like a whole, like has spread to like a fire that is uncontrollable to manage. It's unmanageable. It's all over the place. So that's where we come and bring in the element of earth, which is breath work, which is meditation. Grounding that fire helps to manage that fire, because once again, fire is good, but too much fire can start a whole burn everything down. And yeah, so my calling for us in while the moon is in Aries is to remember to breathe. Okay? Remember to breathe. during those times when you feel that fire within your heart, your chest. You just you feel it too much, and or you're caught up in a frustrating moment, or maybe in an argument or an outburst, or you are just raging, or you're just overly excited, or you're overly anxious. Because another thing about Aries is like you can also be impulsive, once again thinking about those like feelings and that childlike energy. It could be very impulsive. It could be also impatient, because Mars is a fast moving sign, so you want things like, speed. Also is, I guess you can compare that, you can think of that as an Aries theme. Getting things done quickly, perhaps, or going after things quickly. But also, you can become impatient, because once again, as an Aries moon myself, I always think of like, I always get frustrated when I have an idea and I go after it immediately. I always think that I'm gonna get the how do you describe it? I'm gonna receive the same momentum, or I'm gonna get the reward or whatever. Like, I'm gonna get the solution or the outcome as quick as I started it. And that's like, no, okay, girl, just because you randomly got this idea, it doesn't mean you're gonna like see the results right now. Like, and then that makes me discouraged. And then, another thing about Aries is that you can burn out. So imagine like you like giving everything your all, and you kind of like overexerting, like overdoing it, because you just exerted all this fire, and now you're freaking burnt out because you just overly did it, I guess, if I would say. I've been trying to do a lot of that all day, because on a personal level, I've experienced a lot of heightened emotions, a lot of passionate feelings. I spent majority of the day working. Um, and I have also had a little like a blow up, like not even blow up, but I've experienced frustration. I've experienced excitement. I've experienced, uh, yeah, I have, I'm not gonna say I've blown up on someone today, but I did raise my voice a little, actually a lot. And thing about Aries too is like, you may like have this outburst and then could be completely over it 2 seconds from now. That's a big thing about Aries too. It's like this internal like rage you feel, and then you just express it. Because another Aries moon theme is like, or Aries theme is like, your need to express. Whew, that's a good one. Your need to express your feelings, your passion. You need an outlet for all of that fire. That's why it's like Aries wants to do, Aries needs to utilize, or use that fire in a healthy way. But it needs to go somewhere, because if it doesn't, it's going to fester up inside of you. Those emotions are, it's gonna, like that fire we said that starts off as small, but then it just grows. Imagine that happening inside your body, because you don't have an outlet for this fire energy. So another thing related to Mars, and Aries and all in fire signs, is like activity, being active. Exercising is a great it's a great way to utilize that fire energy, that Aries energy. During the moon in Aries, it's good to move your body. I mean, in general, duh. But if you do feel this like heightened passionate feelings, Movement is another great thing. We have the breathing for sure. Take that 5 minute, 10 minute meditation, or if you feel yourself in the middle of a conflict or after you just went off on somebody, guilty, you just yes, like that right there. And then the next thing you can do is also activity, going on walks, exercising, doing yoga, which is something that I did today too, because you are exerting that energy, exerting that internal fire out somewhere. Also, this is a good time to start, like, do some passion projects. What do you like to do? Art, I don't know, dance. Dancing is another action oriented thing. But yeah, you Aries, the moon in Aries wants you to do something, okay? It wants you to, it's probably gonna light a fire under your butt or in your heart, which we all, once we, like we said, can manifest in all different ways, in passion and excitement and inner child energy and anger and frustration and impulsiveness and impatience, the desire, the need for activity. Yeah, you also may feel a little bit more like hot too, like actually physically hot. I know, once again, this is me because I'm experiencing my moon return, I guess, or my moon conjuncting. Yeah, because I'm naturally an Aries moon. So I feel like when you have a moon return, just imagine like experiencing what you feel, but on a double. So, needless to say, I've been feeling it. Okay, let's just say that. But yeah. What else was I gonna say? Breathing, remembering to breathe, remembering to be active, remembering to start something, do something, go after something, use this energy, this like fire under your butt energy, or feelings, to actually do something, like connect to your inner child. Think about do something that your inner child used to do, like play, like have fun, be creative. Oh, express yourself too. Express what you love. Like just let out that inner fire, let it go somewhere in a healthy way, so it's not burning up or it doesn't cause an outburst or something. Like, the point is, Aries, like I said, wants you to do and wants you to express and wants you to have fun. Okay. And also, yes, obviously I can't, forget to mention, that involves also sexual activity. When it comes to like exercise, Mars also rules like that, like that sexual passion as well. So if you need some of that, if you're feeling some of that, that can also be a good thing to release some of that hot energy. Okay, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that is the reading or whatever this has been for yeah, I guess you would say this is a channel message. I don't know. I kind of like this style. I thought of it today, and I'm probably going to be doing this. Oh, also, I forgot to mention. Oh, also, Aries is my Aries moon is in my second house. So second house has to do with your assets, what you own, tangible things, items that you have, that you own, that you um yeah, that you own, but also it has to do with like your income, your finances, how you make your money, your talents, your gifts, your assets, stuff like that. Okay. The physical world, like, once again, that's what I mean, like tangible things that you own, that you can touch. So yeah, when I think about that, I do think about how I have like work today. I was focused on creating an ad for the Healthy Girl Healing business. Today I really wanted to create an ad like make it so then I can run it. Like I can actually like create a promotion post and then like run it as an ad on the different social medias. So I spent a lot of today like creating this ad, and then I ended up spending some money on like running the ads on TikTok and Instagram, and that's pretty much used up my entire day. But I did feel like it was like expanding my creative energy. I felt really like kind of in my play mode because I was able to like be creative with the ads. But yeah, I also felt afterwards kind of like a little burnt out because I felt like I've exerted so much energy on that, and I kind of felt like afterwards like I really wanted to like be more playful, and like because I felt like that was more serious. So anyways, afterwards I like put on some music and I just like was dancing, and that made me feel really good and like recharged. And um yeah, those are, oh, and also the the outburst I had earlier today, like I definitely got angry today, and I definitely turned up a little bit on someone. um Someone being my boyfriend. Okay, I said it. But it's the typical, like, actually this is the first time I think I have turned up on him. Like, and it wasn't even bad. It was just like I was annoyed by something and I expressed that. That is also another good, like, Aries people, any period is going to, you're gonna feel their feelings. You're gonna know how they feel, and it may not come out nice. That's because, once again, that fire, that flame that's on the behind those emotions is gonna just like come out. But we don't really mean it to. It just is because we feel that it's just the passion behind the feelings or the words. And it comes off probably hurtful, but that's not that's not the intention. But so yeah, that happened. I also cried today because I was out of frustration too. um just for a second, today's been an interesting day to say the least. So yeah, very much Aries energy is the point guess I'm trying to make. I definitely spent money because spent money on those ads, and I was focused on like my income and just certain things like that. So that's all very interesting. Very interesting. Just my kind of yeah. Oh, also, okay, I keep talking. But lastly, I do want to say, today the moon phase is in the last quarter phase. Also, by the way, just for like documentation purposes. Also, I just randomly thought of this image, but I think of Aries as like getting excited about a new idea or something it wants to do, working on it, putting all of its energy into it, but then it's something not going right, or or yeah, you didn't get the what you expected out of it, and then getting fucking fed up and mad and starting tearing everything down and having this big temper tantrum that lasts for another 5 seconds because you're so upset that you started this and it didn't go the way that you planned, or didn't happen fast enough. You have this tantrum, the whole place is like burnt down, and then you just and then you stop and you realize like, oh shoot, it wasn't even that serious. Or you feel like, okay, I feel better now. I just feel like it's just like in that split second, you're just like that fire just, and that could be the impulse. That's why it's important to, whenever you're feeling those heightened feelings, you have to take a break. You have to take a beat. You have to breathe. You have to remember to breathe. Because if you don't, you could end up starting a full fire and burning everything down when it really wasn't that serious. It was just the feelings were so passionate in that moment. Okay, but remember, feelings are feelings. They come and they go. And you don't want to end up having a bigger problem because you reacted to those passionate feelings in not a healthy way. So remember to breathe. Deep breath in through the nose, long breath out through the mouth, okay? Do some exercise, do some jumping jacks, go for a walk, go for a run, dance, do some art. Take that fire and put it somewhere, release it through those activities, because that's healthy, man. That's a healthy way of managing that fire, okay? Okay.